Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 finale, and I wanted to make a video talking about Beta and what could be happening to him in the finale. Over the last couple of weeks, especially at Comic-Con, and we've been getting a lot of information about the finale, and today I wanted to look at all the information that we got about Beta and talk a little bit about what we think could be happening to Beta. I also would love for this to be a discussion video, so you guys in the comments down below can let me know what you think about Beta. So I'm going to go through all this stuff that I wanted to talk about, or all the information that we have on Beta, and then I'm going to go ahead and say what I think it could happen, and you guys in the comments down below can let me know what you think could happen. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so obviously the big question is whether or not Beta is going to survive, or maybe that's an obvious answer to some people. Maybe it's, yes, 100% Beta's gonna die, and then the question is, how is he gonna die? I mean, the reason nothing is for certain is because I have seen some good, ideas and theories on Beta surviving. Especially since there's so many walkers around. He could technically escape. We never know. So that's like the first question. Do you think Beta will survive, or do you think he'll die? Then you can branch out on what you think could happen from there. But I think the pretty obvious thing is that his story will come to an end in this episode. He might show up later on in the show, later on in the show, but I think for now, his story is finished. Now, as we know, obviously he's very upset at what happened to Alpha, and he has all these walkers, and they're attacking the building that everyone's held up at, and this is going to be like the final Whisper episode. After this, it's going to be the Commonwealth. They pretty much already told us that the Commonwealth is coming up next. So, regardless of what happens to him, this is probably going to be the last Whisper episode. But I do feel like this will be Beta's last episode, at least for a while. The question of whether or not he dies is, that's up in the air. But the actor who plays Beta, Ryan Hurst, he is on a new TV show that got announced a while back, and that was one of the things I wanted to talk about for Beta, because we have seen the history of the show and actors and being on other TV shows, because it's different with a movie. A movie might film 1 month or 2 months, but a TV show films over a long number of months. Look at The Walking Dead itself. It's filmed from May, like early May to late November. That's the majority of the year right there. So it's difficult to do 2 shows at once, I think. I mean, we just saw it with Lauren Cohan. She left to do a TV show, and now she's back because that TV show, she's not doing that show anymore. So doing both shows at the same time, I know, things could work out, but that's one thing. But that doesn't really have anything to do whether or not, Beta's gonna live or die. I personally think Beta's gonna die. And I know that might suck because Beta is an awesome character, but he is a villain, and I don't think I don't think he would ever join the good side. Maybe he leaves, but my opinion is that he dies. And we got this photo yesterday, or 2 days ago actually, of Negan and Daryl. And I want to talk about these two because I think these two are the front runners to possibly kill Beta. Let me know what you guys think. But we've seen Daryl and Beta fight before. There was another thing that happened during the live stream for the Comic-Con event, which I didn't cover, but Daryl was actually Norman Reedus was talking about the Beta and Daryl rematch, and he said he would like for it to happen, and I think he even made a joke saying that I think Daryl would like to shoot an arrow at Beta, because I think that rematch is something that they both want. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I completely forgot, but does Daryl right now know Beta's alive? Because remember, he pushed him down the elevator shaft. He pushed him down that elevator shaft, and then he left. Beta's a huge dude, so that's why he survived that. But I feel like Daryl probably thought he killed him when he pushed him down that elevator shaft. But I honestly forgot if Daryl ever found out that Beta's alive. He might have, and he probably did. But the point is, when he sees Beta, or when he found out that Beta didn't die from that push, I'm sure he would want a rematch. And then again, going back to these two, Negan and Daryl, I talked about this in a video I made a while back. But another thing that made me, that kind of led me to believe that Beta's gonna die, is Negan and Daryl possibly teaming up. And there was and again at that San Diego Comic-Con event, Norman Reedus was talking about how there's a big Daryl moment in the finale, and he also mentioned how Negan was around, that like wherever what was going on there with Daryl, Negan was around him. So that kind of made me think that what if this big moment is a fight between the three of them, you know, Negan, Daryl, and Beta. I mean, I think that'll be really cool. I would love to see that. You can see in the photo here that they're not happy with one another. You know, there is going to be some tension between them, I think, forever, unless Negan does something like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Daryl and Negan will never really be the best of friends. I mean, I feel like even if Negan does save Daryl, Daryl might give him a thank you, but Daryl and Negan being like best friends, like that's never gonna happen. I just don't see it happening. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, Negan already technically did save Daryl once. Remember with the whispers that were about to kill Daryl, and then they were like, "All right, Negan's our new Alpha because he killed Alpha." I mean, he saved him there, and Daryl still isn't like, you know, that happy with Negan. So I don't know if there will ever be that, you know, close, but I'm sure they're gonna be okay with one another and gonna be able to live together in the same community moving forward, and you know, deal with, you know, the Commonwealth and all that kind of stuff. But they probably will never be like super close. So yeah, you know, with that tease from Norman Reedus about there's a big Daryl moment, what do you guys think about that? What do you think that moment is? Again, because I think it's gonna be a Daryl, Negan, and Beta fight. But again, let me know what you think about that. We'll talk more about who will take down Beta towards the end of the video. But another thing I want to talk about is going back to that opening minutes. We actually learned a lot about Beta in those opening minutes. This looks to be a very Beta heavy episode. And we saw in the opening minutes he was actually hallucinating. He noticed that there is a lot more or he thinks there's a lot more whispers than there are walkers. And it's pretty clear that, you know, something's up with Beta there. So another idea that I've been having is that what if maybe a walker bites Beta because he's hallucinating too much, and he's just so focused on taking down these people for killing Alpha that he just ignores, or like he doesn't even think about the walkers, because the whispers aren't like, you know, they aren't 100% safe from the walkers. I mean, we've seen whispers get bit before. Remember in that grass field when things went bad? I'm pretty sure I remember one of the walkers bit a whisper. And, you know, they're not 100% safe either. So imagine that. And I think it'll also be a really, like, ironic in a way, because that's the Whisperer's whole thing. And imagine one of the main villains get taken down by a walker. And with the hallucinations, maybe he suspects one of the walkers are a Whisperer, and he talks to them or something, and then it bites them. I don't know if you guys would think that's anticlimactic. I feel like some people might not really like that. I know I would prefer someone to take him down, like, you know, Daryl or Negan or something. But just a thought that I think this episode is very Beta heavy as well, because we see what's going on with him mentally and stuff like that. So that's another reason why I think I'm leaning more towards the fact that he probably is not going to survive this episode. Now, I also want to talk a little bit about the possibility of him leaving the show, because I have seen some people say that, and I think it's definitely possible. You know, because of all the walkers that are there, you know, it's easy for Negan to escape. If he sees things are going bad or something like that, he could just like escape. And I mean, I know Beta stands out, like he's huge, but imagine if, you know, things are going bad and then somebody sees like Beta's mask on the ground, they're just gonna assume that he's dead. Like no one's really gonna go after him, right? They see his mask on the ground, they're gonna assume that the walkers took him. So the characters will probably assume that he's dead, but I know us fans will probably assume that Beta is alive. I mean, we've seen it before, you know, like the characters in the show don't really think too much about Heath in context of what's going on. But we as fans, we assume that Heath is alive. I mean, we already know Heath is alive, I'm pretty sure, because they said that, you know, I'm pretty sure they confirmed that we're going to get Heath or like Heath got taken away by the CRM or something like that. But the point is, like if we see Beta's mask on the ground or something like that, or he runs away, that'll be the end of his story, right? They would move on to the Commonwealth. But he's alive still, so it could work out. Let me know what you think about that one. I have seen some people like that idea. And, you know, that would also leave the possibility of him returning in the future. And Beta's a really great character, a really interesting character. We learned a lot about his backstory on the show. And I think it'll be really interesting if somehow in the future he does come back and he doesn't have his mask. Like, imagine that. I don't know. I do like that idea. I really do. So let me know what you think about that one. But if Beta is going down in this episode, who do you guys think will take him down? I know we're talking a lot about Negan and Daryl in this episode or in this video, but let me know what you guys think. Because it's not only Negan and Daryl; it could be someone else. I mean, and we know the Commonwealth is gonna, or Maggie's coming back in this episode, and she might bring back an army, and she might bring back new characters, and they could fight, and maybe imagine Maggie taking down Beta. I mean, I don't hate that idea. I really don't. I do think like maybe a character who's been around for the entire Whisper arc be the one to take down Beta. But at least I want to see Maggie's reaction to Beta. I really hope Maggie sees Beta. But if Maggie is the one to take down Beta, I wouldn't really mind that. Or like the Commonwealth, somebody in the Commonwealth, or it's like a group effort. Everybody fights Beta. Everyone takes him down. Everyone, does something. And it might even be a group effort with Daryl and Negan, and they're both fighting. So, let me know what you think. Could it be Carol maybe? That's definitely a possibility. So if you think Beta is going to be going down in this episode, let me know who do you think is going to take him down, or do you think he's going to survive? But I quickly want to make this video because we have learned a lot about this part of the episode, with Beta. And I haven't made a video talking about Beta, but, with all the information that we got at Comic-Con, I want to make this discussion video to see what people think. Again, I think Beta is going to die in this episode. So let me know what you think. But as far as this video goes, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you think is going to happen to Beta. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating. For more Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.